All right. Well, since I had lost all my viewers there, and I had a I had 768 viewers. Oh man. Um, Let me know if my voice is okay now. This time we should be okay. All right, I'm gonna give it a second for people to let me know. This time I'm checking. This time I'm checking with you guys beforehand. All right, you guys can hear me now, right? Just making sure before I go off. I went off on so much talking. Um, can somebody write in Twitch or something and let me know? Or if you do a retweet, then I'll know if it works. A retweet would be cool. Okay, you hear me? Yes, thank you. All right, well, I will have to restart every single thing I just said. Oh man, I had such good stuff I said. I wonder if it's recorded somewhere. It might be recorded on YouTube, but probably not. All right, well, thank you everybody for joining. So I'm just gonna go over a quick list of stuff again, like I was saying before, which you guys didn't hear. Then after I'm done going over this stuff, if you guys have any tickers you guys want to type in, go ahead and write it down, and I'll go over them. I'm just gonna go over stuff that's supposed to be breaking down and what I'm inputs for and what I'm looking for more of a further breakdown for, and just general analysis on things, and gonna go over order flow as well on each of these tickers. So first, we will go ahead and start with retailers because that's what I was liking. So you have Dick's Sporting Goods over here. Dick's Sporting Goods got rejected up here. That was a bearish rejection. I'm not really interested in doing puts on this one regardless, just because it's already at the 200, almost close to the 200 MA. So this kind of setup isn't what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is something like this. So you see target with the bearish retest on the weekly right over here. So if this weekly closes out poorly and it remains in a weekly bearish test, I'll be looking for 200 MA over here. Target could spill out way more bad news bears just because if you look down over here, you have a further gap. But I'm never going to play something where I'm going to be like, hey, let's play exacts. That's the one thing I learned in trading is do not play those exact numbers. I mean, you can if you want to really try it, but I never ever aim for it. So if this is the box and it's the gap fill, I'm aiming for up here if I'm getting in up here. So unless it looks stronger to actually get in the gap fill and fill all the way, I'm taking my profit. So target's one I'm looking for. Puts in, we'll see how the day goes over here. We should get better direction for everything by tomorrow. Walmart, let's look at this one. Oh, I'm so glad you guys can hear me now. If you guys can retweet that. I had like 800 people watching at that point. So Walmart's one I was talking about. This is a really interesting one. It's on the 200 MA. It hasn't been on the 200 MA for quite some time, and the last time we were close to there, we broke down pretty badly, even when we were around over here. So Walmart absolutely needs to bounce over here. The one thing I don't like about Walmart is how many of the goods and where they come from. If any of the goods come from or are about like China stuff, I don't know how good that's going to be if it has anything to do with the virus or where it's coming from. So a little sketchy on these retailers. Dollar General doing a daily rejection of the double top over here. I don't think it's going to completely crash. I think more so Dollar General will probably go to the 20 SMA and I'll look for a reaction there. But I'm not fully bearish on it yet. If it breaks the 20 SMA or breaks this structure over here, then maybe I'll aim for the 200. But as of right now, it's a no-go. Amazon, I'm generally bullish on the company, so there's no need for me to be bearish. As of right now, looks like what happened is that it support tested the gap fill that initially pumped through. There is still a gap fill, so I mean, until Amazon breaks this diagonal line I have drawn, it's no need for me to bearish. You have 200 over here, you have the 100 down there as well, and I know plenty of things about the company, so I'm looking for all-time highs this year later on, as long as things go good. And Amazon's already being proactive about removing products for things that are coming from locations that are contaminated. So I don't think it's affecting them too much, but it might. I still think this is going to end up turning bad worse later on. I'm really sad that I'm having to do getting bearish on Starbucks. I'm very, very bullish on it, but it's very upsetting that it did not snow this year. My fellow girls did not buy any Starbucks coffee because the weather never really got cold. So Starbucks either bounces here or, I mean, I think it's going to die more because this is right underneath the support area of this. So maybe calls for a day or two or maybe in the end of the week. But overall, I'd be looking for bearish entries unless it flips back over the 200. Chewy, I do a diagonal over here, and it broke. It tried to break out over here, failed. Tried to break out over here, support tested, failed again. I mean, that's good. That's what you want. You wanted to build a range in between these two areas, so I don't really care too much for it right now. So Chewy's a pass. I'm not a fan of trading IPOs unless they form like certain setups. Like for example, if they do these kind of like these things, or where they're at the bottom and they do like where? Hold on. Where I'm seeing like bottom action like that. That's when I'll do like plays like on IPOs, but I'm not a fan. Dime, I'm so sorry, but I think I told you up here that GE was gonna hit like a $4 target. It's actually a lot lower. Poor GME. I mean, so unless they do really good on earnings, we shall see. But it just said GameStop redesigns Power Up Rewards loyalty program. What a terrible move! Like, that's a horrible move. That's what you guys thought of to increase your stock price was. Let me redesign Power Up and loyalty rewards programs. Bad. Fire everybody there. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's another one. Surprisingly, Pizza Hut's bullish. There is international pizza, but it's all more so flavored internationally. So I don't think anything at the USA Pizza Hut is going to be going anywhere. So unless this breaks down over here, I mean, this is a rising wedge that I'm looking for it to break down. So if it loses this black area over here, that's where I'll be looking to go down. Oh, Papa John's, sorry. I'm looking at pizza. Pizza is with Yum, I think. Yeah, oops. Yeah, I just saw PZZA. Yeah, so this is, yeah, monthly. I should have gone with my own thing. Monthly Ellers is probably still bearish on this one. So we'll be looking for a breakdown on this one. Let's see if there's any order flow on this. While that loads. Cracker Barrel, I think I was mentioning this while I was muted too. The company pays a lot of money for menial positions, but yet it managed to bounce off of the support over here and recover back up. So I really don't know about Cracker Barrel. I think I showed that a couple times. Going over tech stocks real quick. Just looks like a support test on Intel until it breaks further. Right on the 20 SMA, so it really needs to break some MAs or at least a support line for me to go bearish. And if it does at any point break this line, we'll be looking at the 200 MA. So 200 MA is lying around 53, 54. I can see if there's any kind of puts around that area. Strike rate 54, 55. I mean, once again, like these guys are aiming for targets a little bit higher than what the area is, but like look at the strikes. April, end of March. This guy's this guy's my favorite. He's doing July. Like this is great. More expensive though, but either way, I mean you even have the unusual sweeps coming through. Most of the day today for for Intel is bearish. AMD. I don't really want to fight this one. Maybe it could go down. I mean it did break the trend line, so that's pretty bad that it broke an October trend line, and now it's underneath the 50 as well. So let's just peek on order flow on this one. It's 50-50. Yeah, see, like I'm not really too sure on what to do on AMD. Let's look at the longer expirations, what they're thinking. Oh, there are no longer ones. Wait, are there? Oh, 2021. Okay. 42, 42. I mean, yeah, they're not aiming for crazy targets. They're just looking for a support test on the weekly around here. I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan of trading AMD. That's a pass for me. Qualcomm, I was saying, basically the way I played Qualcomm was I tried to break a breakout range up here, but it never broke out of the channel. So as of right now, all Qualcomm's going to be doing is going up and down this range. It's on the 200 right now. If for any reason it breaks the 200, I'll be looking for an entry around this red box. And if this red box breaks, pray for it because we don't know. I'll go over semiconductors as well because that's one that's really bearish for me. Microsoft honestly looks bullish. So I don't know why it looks bullish. So until it breaks this 50, I'm not really going to be bearish on it because I saw the stupid moves it's done going upwards. So we'll see. But it's related to a lot of the bigger tickers, so it falls underneath the same category as AMD. ATVI, gap filled. What more could you ask for? Gap filled, pushed higher. So looking for something else at this point. So just peeking off of it. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing that right off the first peak, and let's see if I can draw a line after that. Yeah, I mean that's basically what I'm seeing. If this for any reason breaks, first move is the 100 MA, and next thing would be is the 200 MA as the support test, which still keeps it good, but not looking good. Roku, a lot of my smart friends are playing bullish on this, though it is looking bearish to me underneath the 200. But I knew people that got in on calls on the bottom yesterday. Pentafilla and some other guys on there who have low followers too. Those low followers in options world, man, those guys are killer, man. I had some guy message me the other day like, that's what I look for in options trading when people help me out. Not links to fucking books and shit, like actual general things that they've heard from people. Like, for example, one day somebody told me that, hey, most trends last about 10 to 14 days, so just keep in mind that thing. The other guy told me recently, he was like, I heard from a pro, don't short more than 2 days in a row. Not saying that's wrong, it's just stuff to keep in mind that can benefit your profile as far as risk management goes. So those kind of advices I love looking into because they keep me on edge whenever I'm doing things. So just little things like that. So whenever people tell you, hey, you want to read a book about options or you want to read a book about trading, it's like, no, it's not going to really teach you all that much. I mean, it will, but if you're a hands-on experienced learner, you're going to want to learn from people who've been doing this stuff and from personal experiences. That's why whenever I post my tweets, I don't tweet them out like a journal or like some kind of fancy trading book, because not everybody's going to get it that way. And if they want to get it that way, then go find somebody else who's going to teach you it that way, because the only people I'm going to teach that way is the people who are going to pay me. I'm not going to teach you the official legitimate way just because you don't want to research it yourself. If you don't want to, I will. But anyway, Marvel. So Marvel I was talking about as well. Marvel I was bullish on, but it failed to break up here. I thought it was going to break out of the channel. Right this day over here, we had a big firm downgraded. Their downgrade target was about like $18 to $20, somewhere down there. So it popped down a little bit, and then it popped right back up. And then that right around here is when I was telling people on Twitter, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab some puts on here. So I grabbed some puts that were super liquid, aiming for the target down here. There was a lot of months that weren't allowing me to buy this low. So finally found a month in April or in July that were letting me to buy down this low. So I think I got in at 4 cents, which is really cool because when we had this dip over here, it ended up going down to, I think my calls were sitting at 45. 45 cents, and I bought them at 0.04 cents. But the bad part was I was the only open interest, so I couldn't get out if I wanted to. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to hold. So today, they're finally, I mean, they're still in profit. I mean, they're down from the 45 cents, but basically the way they're priced out right now is that the ask price is sitting at 25 cents, and then the bid price is sitting at 18 cents. And I'm still the majority of the open interest. So if anybody buys them, they're buying to help me out, not really to help themselves out. So that's something that I'm personally looking to cash out on. I mean, I can exit now and dump on whoever just poor soul wants to, because I entered in at 4 cents, but that was a really good lotto. Tesla, there's a gap. That's about all I got to say. There's gaps everywhere, so watch these MAs if they break. Not on the big ones, the small ones that are illiquid. I'll mini whale it out. I don't mind. But it also depends, because like I had a really rough January. My January was rough because I was doing stupid shit. I was trying new stuff. I was following weird suggestions. I was going over things with too many people that don't have my same play style, or just do too quick of flips. Like, I trade options, but I don't trade them the same way anybody else does. I mean, there's somebody else that trades them a little bit like me, but I'm still trying to define my own thing. So whenever I see people that are like, hey, I'm in this day, I'm out that day, I'm in this minute, and I'm out that minute, and they're trading stonks like I would crypto, it's a big it was very different to try to do something like that in stock world than it is to do it in crypto. So that's why this whole month I've been kind of just doing my own options thing. I haven't really been discussing too much. I'll post on Twitter what I think is really good, and so far everything's been working out. Um, but yeah, just keeping my options trading and talking to certain individuals. Just waiting for this market to calm down. TTD right on support, so maybe I'll be looking for a bounce over here. But that's where this comes down to on TTD, is looking for a bounce here. Apple actually looks really bad. This is pretty bad that it broke down like this. Channel broke down. So I'd be looking for lower. EA's one. EA's one getting a bearish retest on 20 SMA, as well as this one looking poor. Let's see if there's some puts on over here. This is what's gonna make some money. Ooh, these are short-term ones. Super short-term ones. Let's check. Delta, Theta, Vega. Yeah, these are too short-term for me. Not a fan. I mean, maybe they could work out for this guy because this does look really bad. CMTL is another one. Failed up here, went up here, failed again. Right on the 200 again, but right now, the gist that I'm getting from a lot of people who I talked about 5G, they're saying it's going down the hill, hence for the downgrade on this one. So I don't know how good communications and this stuff is going to go just for right now. Let's see, GNC I mentioned to you guys was a breakdown over here. This shit's going to go to shit. So this is going to go zero. We've been putting this for a while. Halliburton, I tried to do calls on this one, but I never did puts on it, so it's been breaking down pretty badly. You have this diagonal that broke down over here. Should have paid attention to it. See, that's why setting alerts is so important. So it'll just keep going down. ExxonMobil, I don't even want to look at this chart. Tried to do calls up here, failed to break. My dumbass tried to keep holding them. Even down here, like, this is the other thing. I tried to play this breakout up here, and it didn't do it, and it did this, and I refused to short it. So that's just stupidity on my part. T-Mobile, this thing was a killer, dude. We were doing puts on this one too. We did calls on this one down here. Got a beautiful entry. This one did 3,000% for me. Fucking amazing. But we're coming back on puts for this. This is too big of a run for this. Yo, Mount Doji. Yo, if you guys don't follow Mount Doji on Twitter, you guys definitely should, at least for stonks. His halftime updates are like awesome. I love looking at those charts. If you can understand a chart by just watching it, def follow. T is another one. I mean, it was related to like mergers and stuff, so I don't really know what to think of T. It refused to break out. It had shitty price action. Weekly sense, I can't tell if it's consolidating or what exactly it's doing up here, but I'm gonna lean towards bearish on it. So, but no position on it. Tyson Chicken, damn, Tyson Chicken went downhill. We don't know where this chicken's coming from, but the price action is saying it's coming from coronavirus land. So broke the weekly 200. Not interested in chasing. I'm not chasing a single thing. Like, I'm trying to get in things that aren't broken down. Let's do check some regular cheddar flow. See, calls are coming in now. Let me just pop on SPY, see what SPY is doing. SPY is recovering off the bottom. My ETFs are probably losing money now. No. I am, yeah, they're going green a little bit. So, yeah, end of the day. Maybe this stuff bounces over here for a day, but yeah, let me check SMH for you, man. Not as bad as I thought it would be. So just something to keep in mind, Nicer Man. You could play SMH. Let me just check order flow too beforehand. It's more leaning bearish. Prices. This guy's exiting. Yeah, the thing with SMH is that if for some reason it flips the 20 SMA over here, it'll be bad. Like, we're so close with the 100 and the 20 SMA. I just don't know what to think of this one. So, I mean, with most of my stock friends that I've been talking to, Monday is the day to observe. Tuesday, unless you're taking positions on Monday, Tuesday is the day to observe and actually get into a position. And then Wednesday, we'll get some sort of direction. So, at the latest, Thursday, between Wednesday and Thursday, we'll find out a direction as far as SPY goes. If SPY continues to break, SMH will go down to the 200 SMA. But I am just not a fan of. It's not a fan. Like, yesterday would have been a better time to short it than today. So if I'm trying to do it today, I'd rather try to see if I can grab some sort of 1 day pump or something. Which UTX? Yeah, let me check it. Yeah, UTX right on the 200. Tech. Yeah, bad day for tech, man. What is this UTX? I mean, historically, it looks like when it's uptrending, it doesn't normally break that line. So even if it does break, next one should recover it. Let me see if I recovered my people's on here. No, I didn't. Oh man, it's okay. What else I got for you guys? What's also on my list? Metals. Let's look at metals. Dust going for a flip over here, but I don't know how that'll work. But Dust is doing really good today. Good flip. If you do trade options for this one, these are good daily options. SLV coming down as usual for today, which is interesting because the stock market's down, but we double topped up over here. So anybody who exited and took profit yesterday, congratulations. Ones I'm looking interested in now would be, let's see. I'm still interested in SIL, though miners are looking super weak. These rejections are pretty bad. GL Gold looks not that bad. Still, a run up from over here up to 1680. That exited most of people's calls. If you guys were paying attention to people's calls from about 2-3 months ago for gold, their target to get in profit with gold was 1680, and none of this structure really broke down, so I'm sure their options didn't lose that much value. Buy UPro at close and sell in the morning for a systematic long play. Let me check. Oh man, I can't believe my first stream was voiceless. Might hit the 200 MA though. Gaps up more than down. Until we repeat a 2018, my good sir, like over here. That's what I think is going to happen on UPro. I could be wrong. It'll test the 200, then it'll break, then it'll go over, then it'll triple top, then you'll see the end of the world. Yeah, I think I went over all of my tickers. I'm going to be doing more of this at 6 p.m. So I'm going to get off for now because I do want to see if I want to get some trades in. The ones I'm looking for are EFA, EEM, and BRZU. BRZU plays. I'm going to see if I have to. I'm most likely going to have to wait until tomorrow to enter some more puts. But that's all I'm interested right now is puts. Going through Cheddar Flow, seeing what we got on Cheddar Flow for puts on support and resistance. That's how you play these plays. So if you also know timing for stonks, you can also do that as well. And look at this, dude. You mentioned UPro, and we have somebody doing the same idea you just mentioned. They're playing UPro, but they're playing for far out, though, for some reason. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely join in, dude. What I might do at 6 is I might hop in with everybody in Discord and stream right off of there, and then still stream regularly, so that way you guys can chat with me on stream. Look, it's Beast DeLorean buying Burke B calls. Dude, what are you doing, bro? I'm about to show this to Beast. He just said he bought Burke B. Yo, yeah, thank you everybody for joining, and everybody who retweeted for me too. I appreciate you, even though it was 2 of you. The likes still count. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.